Hi everyone, it's Justine. Today I'm going to make 10 more designed cards from the card kit of the month from Spellbinders for November called Time Offline. Now the video cut out while I was making this little scene, so I don't have film of me making it, but just know that I used Copic markers and different colored inks from my stash to create this scene. I am loving this card kit. So far, I've put up 2 videos on my channel showing 20 other designs, and I have this video that has 10 more, and I will have 1 more for a total of 40 different designs, and some of the designs I made 2 cards of, so I've made over 40 cards with this card kit. Now, I haven't spoke a lot about the subscription details or really the contents of the kit in these 10 cards 1 kit videos because I do an unboxing video that kind of shows all of that. So if you're interested in what's actually in the kit, check out the unboxing video that I have on my channel and you'll be able to see everything that comes in the kit. Now for assembling my cards, I like to put similar things together, so if it matches colors or different ideas, I put them together. So the idea of this one was green and pink and leaves, outdoorsy. So that's kind of what I went with. I made 2 focal areas, one on the top with the flowers and leaves, and one on the bottom with the woman on the overlook area. I loved the puffy sentiment stickers from this kit this time. I've used almost all of them. And I like the wonky kind of look of these on this card. And of course, I love the sequins from Spellbinders, so I had to add just a few of those on this card. Now for my glue, I will be using the Barely Art liquid glue that's inside my little glue bottle there. And for my double-sided adhesive, I have just a generic tape runner, and I'm using a jewel picker, a scissors, I used a paper cutter, and I used my die cut machine, which is the Spellbinders Platinum. And I do have the 8-inch, which is a little bit wider than the typical die cutting machine, and I find it really helpful to have a wider area to die cut and emboss. So just to note. Anyway, on this card, I used my die from the kit that was that oval, half oval, I guess, and I die cut out some of the pattern paper, and that green frame is actually that yellow and white striped paper, but I took a green Copic marker and colored over it. So if you look carefully at it, that frame also has the stripes, so it kind of matches the half oval. Then to finish off the card, I'll add some sequins, of course. If you can see on the bottom, that location paper is foiled, and I do not like to waste any paper, so that, especially pattern paper, that foiled paper had to go on this card just as a fun little shine on the bottom. So there's a look at that finished card. Simple but neat. All right, now this pattern paper with the kayaks I just adored, and my family's kind of into kayaking, so I have a feeling that some of these cards will be going to some family members. I did not want to lose any of that pattern paper, so I took this square area of the pattern paper and framed it with yellow to match the yellow frame for the foiled paper in the background. Then I'm going to use this chipboard sticker and place it on the top left. Then I'm going to use some foam squares from the kit and pop up my kayak on the bottom. This will just give a little bit of interest to the kayak and kind of make it the focal area for the card. I love that the card kit comes with some of the foam squares just to add a little dimension to cards so things aren't so flat. I don't always reach for the foam squares, but when I do remember, I do like the way that it turns out. So again, I'm using that kayak paper, and I kind of thought that it went well with this location foil paper and the yellow. So it's kind of the same color combination as this first card, but I'm using it a little differently. I'm pulling in some more blues, and this time I stamped the sentiment out instead of using the chipboard frame. And I used yellow to stamp that out. Now for this next card, I have kind of some layered matting going on. I have the stars matted on this orange cardstock, and I have red and black on the background paper. Then I'm going to use the tents to kind of anchor down the bottom and add a little fire pit and this nice and big chipboard sentiment just up in the sky. And I think that the chipboard sentiments that are nice and big like this are perfect for cards because they just kind of become the wow factor. Even though it doesn't show up quite nicely on my pictures in real life and on the video, I think it looks pretty good. Now, to use up some of my paper scraps, since I am making a ton of cards here, I decided to use the stars and the water bottles together. And if you would have asked me, do stars and water bottles go together? I would have said, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but on this card, I think they do. And since they are a little bit short, I needed to trim down this card front. So I just trimmed it down to have the red be an eighth of an inch of border of red all around. And then I'm going to pop it on a different card base. Don't worry, I will keep that white paper. But by putting it on another card base, it will give me a white border around the edge. And I'm doing this basically because I don't want my edge to be uneven. And with having it even, it just kind of works better for my brain. So I'm putting it on another card base, and then I will trim down the bottom just a little bit. So this card will be just a little bit smaller than an A2 size card, maybe about an eighth of an inch or so smaller, but to me it's not that big of a deal. So after I am done making my background, I'm going to add on this little die cut of a camper, which is just so adorable. So there is my camper, and then for the top for my sentiment, I stamped directly onto some pattern paper from the kit. And again, I use the pairing of Here's to Another Year of Adventures. Take time to enjoy your birthday. Again, making birthday cards. This little flashlight was kind of fun. I thought it would be appropriate with a nighttime sky. Now, my next card is more of a daytime camping card. So I'm going to anchor down my scene with some black cardstock on the bottom. Then I'm going to use this cloud pattern paper to be the sky. And even though it doesn't cover the whole card, I think it's still fun and it creates the idea of a background. I'm going to put these two little levers in their tents and then put the sun kind of on the top. I thought this little matchbox that said perfect match was so cute. I love a good pun, and since they look like they're having a good time and they're in love, I thought perfect match, that works for me. Anyway, it ties in the black, the yellow, the blue, the pink, so it all kind of coordinates, which again is the beauty of a card kit. Then to finish it off, I'm going to add a couple of sequins just for some bling. So there's a look at the finished card. Now for my next card, it's kind of a bright card with that water bottle paper and the orange background, but to kind of tone it down a little bit, I'm putting that green pattern paper over it and just making a focal point in the center. It was easy to line up that green paper and make it straight because the water bottles have somewhat of a line to them. So I'm just going to glue down all of my little bits and bobs here and then put down my foam sentiment. So sometimes I am very particular about getting everything perfectly straight, but for whatever reason, this enjoy sentiment was very, very easy to put on straight. I don't know if I was just having a good day or what, but to me, it just kind of popped on. Anyway, speaking of popping, I'm going to pop up this little compass with some foam squares to add a little bit of dimension, more dimension, I suppose, to this card. I like that this card has chipboard, it has die cut, it has foam stickers, and I'm going to add one more chipboard element to the top with this little orange banner. Like so. To me, this would be perfect as a graduation card for someone who enjoys the outdoors or someone who's kind of going through a change in their life. Now, this card is similar to my last card, but it has a lot of the foam stickers on them. So, I guess not foam, puffy stickers is what they call them. So I'm going to glue down my bigger areas first and kind of work around my bigger pieces and fit those little foam stickers in, puffy stickers in where I think they belong. And some of the circles are die cut. No, they're not die cut, they're chipboard. So I have chipboard circles and puffy stickers. And they're all kind of going together. Now that I have all my big pieces, I will add those little circles. This is kind of a outdoorsy card because I have the little people on the circles, either camping, hiking, fishing, kayaking. I have a little campground sticker there, so just kind of an outdoorsy card. And I'm pulling in the orange from the background with my orange water bottle and my orange little hiker person. I'll add on my main piece here and go from there. So I'd like to know what card was your favorite. So I'm going to show you all 10 of my cards here, 10 of my designs, and please let me know which one is your favorite. I'd have to say that my favorite is the 2 tents on the top left there, just because it was so fun to create that scene, but the kayak cards are a close second for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and stick around for video number 4 that will be coming on my channel in a couple days. So make sure that you're subscribed so you can see that video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have a great day. Bye.